good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Vashan Brown. We have failed. That's the word from the Ganja Growers and Producers Association of Jamaica regarding the island's medical ganja industry. President of the association, Richard Dickey Crawford, claims the regulators have failed to include traditional farmers in the multi-billion-dollar sector. Andrew Laidley reports.
The Cannabis Licensing Authority CLA was established 5 years ago to regulate Jamaica's legal ganja and hemp industry. Since then, the agency has approved over 60 licenses. But for the president of the Ganja Growers and Producers Association of Jamaica, that is simply not enough.
It has failed miserably. There's no denying that. Every study, every proposal we have put to the government for the change in the board, in the body, has fallen on deaf ears. But we know at this point in time, we cannot continue with the regulations and the stipulations that the CLA operates by. They choke the industry. They do not help the industry. So that is going to be a very interesting development. We cannot sit idly by any longer and make excuses or be soft on the issue. Our country's industry is at stake.
Director at the CLA, Delano Seavright, is now urging patience, arguing that there are still many barriers at the international level.
There's a lot of work that is still left to be done as it relates to the industry here in Jamaica, but it's very important that people understand that Jamaica is not operating in and of itself. We are also operating in an international landscape where we have international conventions that we have to abide by, that are very strict and are being monitored on a daily basis.
But Mr. Crawford says his members cannot wait any longer. He is now demanding changes.
We propose that for the next 3 years, all traditional farmers who are in the industry and or want to come into the industry should be given that opportunity. A specific licensing regime to bring them in that does not have all the encumbrances on it, and we will proceed on that basis.
The CLA told TVJ News that it is in the advanced stages of implementing a policy for a cultivator's transitional special permit. The CLA says the special permit is aimed at small or subsistence farmers who find it challenging to enter the industry at the licensed stage. The agency says it will provide an additional avenue for the entry of these persons into the industry. Over time, it is expected that these persons will progress into the licensed regime. The regulator says the policy considers concessions such as varied security arrangements, reduced and deferred fees, and the possibility of such farmers entering into a mother farm arrangement. The CLA says these mechanisms were developed to facilitate greater inclusion into the industry. Andrew Laidley, TVJ News.
A survey by PricewaterhouseCoopers PwC claims that 71% of Caribbean businesses are expected to be more agile and resilient after COVID-19. PwC's COVID-19 Pulse survey involved 867 chief financial officers, CFOs, in more than 24 countries in the region. It found that 63% of the CFOs are planning to accelerate automation and new ways of working, compared to 43% globally. Over 3/4 of those surveyed said work flexibility will benefit their company in the long run. Currency trading ended today with the US dollar selling for $140.83. The Canadian sold for $105.03. The pound is going for $180.81, while the euro sold at $163.57. The JC index lost 2,201 points today, and the junior market index is down 32 points. Among the winners were Sterling Investments US dollar shares, CAC 2000 9.5%, Pulse Investments, The Lab, and Jetcon Corporation. On the losing side were CAC 2000, iCreate, Fosrich, Access Financial Services, and Fontana. And that's the Business Day. I am Vashan Brown. Have a good evening.